Captain's Log Supplemental. In his downtime, Lieutenant Alvarez has started compiling a replicator review board, asking the crew to rate the various available replicator items so people can refer to it to make more educated decisions when ordering. I decided to take a look, and I found it quite informative. For example, I'm quite fond of chicken parmesan usually, but the board had its rating as 2 stars, and the top comment was, "Texture is emotionally confusing." I very much agreed with the 1-star rating of the scotch, as the replicator somehow takes all the complex flavors out of it. So I think my favorite review is from Ensign Ricci, who gave the coffee 1 star and described it as hot bean-flavored disappointment.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Captain's Log Supplemental. My name is Rob. As always, I am joined by my friends and co-hosts, Chris.
Hello.
And Stanford.
That's me.
And unfortunately...
It's me, a Stanford.
Man, I was like, I'm going to change it up this time, and then immediately regretted it.
I just felt bad coming out. Man.
No, it felt fine until you said something, asshole.
Unfortunately, we will not be joined by our producer Mariah this week.
She's going to Washington to go work for her knitting company, so it's fucking crazy.
Fun stuff.
What a time to be alive.
Right? Washington, like state, not DC. I realize that, like, that might not be the same. When you're, I don't know if this is true for everyone, but like when you're around the DC area, you don't call that Washington. You call it DC. But I don't know if it's true for everyone. Like, do y'all just call it Washington?
I think I normally think of it as Washington.
Same.
Well, it depends on the context. Like, if I'm just reading something and I see Washington, I usually think of the capital because, like, that's how they call it. That's what they call it in the news, you know? They're like, in Washington. But, like, in my sports hat, it's all DC.
So, yeah, I would normally refer to it as Washington. And if I'm ever talking about the state, it is Washington State.
Like, right. And I would also say Washington State, just to be clear. But, like, whenever I'm talking about DC, I call it DC. And I'm pretty sure, like, I got that from living there. So I'm assuming all the other people around there do, too. Especially because, like, I don't know if y'all have ever lived in a federal city. There's only one in the country, so probably not. But, like, every fucking thing is named Washington there. There's like the GW Parkway and, you know, Washington National Airport, although that's not Reagan National Airport. So like the word Washington doesn't really mean anything around DC. You got to like use the other words around them to be more clear.
It's kind of like places around a college that are named after the college's mascot. Like everything around here is the Tigers. You know. Yeah,
around us it's Nittany this, Nittany that. But like that's also the name of the mountain, so I guess they get kind of a bye. Yeah. But like it is named after the mascot. You're not wrong.
Yeah,
I'm very glad that I've always lived in very uniquely named places. So like I didn't have to worry about this. Like I grew up in Langhorne, Pennsylvania, which I don't know that there's another town.
Not a lot of Langhorns. Yeah.
No. After that was Bensalem, Pennsylvania. Missoula, Montana. Again, pretty unique, I think. And then Lansdale.
Lansdale's probably the only one for me because I lived in DC and then I lived in a place that's so ubiquitously named. I actually lived in a city called Kansas City, but not in Kansas. So yeah, I don't have that ability.
Which is where, like, most of Kansas City is not, like, the largest part of Kansas City is not actually in Kansas.
No, neither by population nor by square mileage. Most of Kansas City is in Missouri. That's correct.
I don't know if this is common anymore, but, like, the hospital I worked for, you know, we've used Cerner for a number of years now. They got bought out by Oracle, but they were telling stories about how, like, a lot of companies would move to the opposite side of the city, depending on like where the taxes were best for them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Every once in a while, Kansas would like offer like the big industrial parts of industrial. That's the wrong term. There are some of those too. But like the corporate downtown area is all in Missouri. So like it would be like Kansas will sometimes offer like, hey, you can come build an industrial park out here or whatever. But like all the important shit's in Missouri. Kansas is pretty much where just the rich assholes live because it's like suburban, but
right. The west,
yeah,
the west side of Kansas City has like the hoity-toity suburban centers.
Yeah, like anytime you hear about people with like rich Kansas City suburbanites like getting racist and shit, that's usually like Overland Park, which is in Kansas. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where are the Chiefs?
Olathe as well as
they're on the Missouri side. They're not even really in Kansas City proper. Like the Midwest is weird because things are so like land is so empty once you're past like the city limits that like and I don't know, Chris, you've probably been there more recently than I have. So like maybe the city has grown around it, but it used to be that Kaufman and Arrowhead were like quite a drive from the city.
Oh yeah, still. Yeah.
Okay.
Well outside, like even and leaving the stadium is like weird because like you don't go in the way you it's just like and you leave in the dark most of the time for the events you go to there, right? And it just you're immediately driving through woods. It's very weird.
It's in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's so funny. Yeah. Well, that was a weird banter tangent I wasn't planning on.
Yeah, I was not planning on Stanford talking sports ball, but here we are.
Hey, I went to my fair share of Royals games and Chiefs games. My mom is super into baseball, so we went to a fair number of Royals games back in the day. Like I saw George Brett play like all the time.
I didn't realize that she was such a huge fan back then too. I thought she got into it when they were in DC.
No. My mom went to the opening game for the Rockies, actually.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I've always I've wanted to see that stadium because apparently the outfield is enormous and they have to make it like super, super deep because it's really easy to hit home runs.
Well, the air's thinner, right? Because it's Colorado.
Yeah, right.
Oh shit, I was joking. Is that real?
Yes, it is. They actually have to humidify the balls before they're used so they're not like flying out of the park.
I was just being like a hyperbolic tool bag. I did not realize I was accurate.
100% accurate. Yep.
That's funny.
Yeah, no. They're sciencing the shit out of that just to keep the game fair.
It is still I find it odd as a person who's not really into sports, but like it's fine. But like as a person who plays a lot of like board games and video games and stuff, it's weird to me that stadiums for baseball are different measurements. Like, like, can you imagine if like a football stadium had like an 80-yard field? That would be weird.
The infield's always the same. It's just after that, it's yeah. I think that's just
to interpretation.
It harkens back to the beginning of the game, and it just baseball is so traditionalist that people like kind of romanticize certain parts of it, and they've never changed it because of it. And that particular part is kind of like one of the cool things about baseball is that the parks aren't all the same.
It's like a fun quirk,
right? Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, it's also weird that like the to me that like the American League and the National League have slightly different rules. That is also weird to me.
Yeah.
Although that's less so now.
It is funny too that like in interleague competitions, the default is American League rules for some reason.
Is that the designated hitter or nah?
Right. Yeah. NL's had the DH for a number of years now.
Yeah. The other fun thing I liked was like when teams started building newer stadiums. Like I specifically remember the Yankees and the Phillies because my dad's side of the family is all Yankees fans and my mom's is all Phillies fans. Go Phillies. When they built their new stadiums, they very specifically had smaller outfields so that their teams could hit more home runs, so the games were more fun to watch.
That feels like cheating. I guess because like I guess it's not really cheating because like technically it's the same, but like it's weird that there are records being kept. Like McGuire is the home run. Yeah, I don't know if this is still true, but McGuire had the most home runs in a season. Like, if I understand it correctly, did he play for the Sox?
McGuire played for the Cardinals. Well,
yeah.
When he got his thing? When he got his... Oh, okay. But,
and Sosa was playing for the Cubs.
And I don't know how the Cardinals are. But, like, it is weird to me that, like, you have because, like, you're going to have more of a chance to get more home runs if your home field has, right? Am I wrong?
No, you're absolutely right. Yep.
Then, like, those records are fucking meaningless. Like,
well, also, making them meaningless, they were just ripped up on steroids. So,
sure. But, like, everyone had the access to the steroids. I get that part. It's just like, Steve over in, like, Athletics Stadium doesn't have the home run advantage that McGuire had in I don't know, like, I'm just using whatever baseball words I can come up with on top of my head. But, like that makes it feel like that record should not exist. Like, all records that involve the outfield should just have asterisks.
See, this goes back to the romanticization of tradition in baseball. It's just, it's always been that way.
See, and that's why Cal Ripken Jr. is the only one with a real record, because his record was just perfect attendance. Like, that's everyone. Like, everyone could go to as many games as they wanted to, and Cal Ripken is the one who got it. So he's the real baseball hero.
Yeah, this is why, like, despite how fun it is to watch a home run or a grand slam or something crazy like that, I love pitching, and, like, the stats, the real impressive numbers to me are, like, the pitchers, the guys that can pitch a no-hitter, the guys that, like, have a super low ERA at the end of the year.
Right. Because in a perfect game of baseball, a super interesting sport, nothing happens.
Look, I love baseball, but you're not wrong. Okay?
I can't even take credit for that. That's a comedian who came up with that joke, but that joke is so fucking funny to me.
Yeah, it's a solid observation. I'm not gonna lie.
Look, for me, baseball is mostly just ice cream in a helmet, like maybe some nachos.
You know what? There's nothing wrong with that. I love going to a game and just getting some fun concessions.
I had
hanging out
so many little plastic Kansas City Royals helmets in my bedroom as a child. Like, it was ridiculous.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I had the same thing with little Phillies helmets. And they give you, like, the little baseball bat spoons.
Here.
I've actually found in my stuff my old hockey pucks, because I got, like, a Blades puck and a Capitals puck. Sorry, Blades are like the farm team that played in Kansas City. Ooh, Chris knows. I don't know if Rob knew.
I do not, but I inferred.
And I've actually got a Mighty Ducks puck, too, from when they started.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man.
Look, I talked about sports. Oh, Mariah's not here to be proud of me.
That's all right. We're proud of you, buddy.
No,
good
thanks.
job.
You did so good.
Oh, man. Next banter's just chess. 100% chess.
Perfect. Did I tell you? Yeah, I was telling you. I started the chess Duolingo.
Yeah, you gave it to me to finish one for you.
It's interesting. I don't feel like I'm getting any better, but the chess rating says that I am. So apparently,
it's like just like the language ones then.
Perfect.
Yeah, except they have an ELO rating, so I can actually see the number go up.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, speaking of comedians and chess adjacent things, Star Trek. So for the uninitiated, we are a Star Trek rewatch podcast. We're kind of marching ahead in Stardate order. We are now on season 3 of Strange New Worlds, episode 8, 4.5 Vulcans. At the top of the pod, we like to just remind everybody, if you haven't already, please give us a follow, a like, leave a comment. Stanford likes reading messages addressed to him, like some old Victorian, like, maid waiting to get married off to a rich husband in a Jane Austen novel.
Man, you have no idea how true that is in, like, every regard.
This week's episode was 4.5 Vulcans, and apparently Chris has feelings about this episode. But
Mariah was like, "Did you see Chris going off on the episode in the chat?" Like, he never does. I'm like, I know, it wasn't even me this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna be grumbling. Like, you don't know how many times I type, "What the fuck is this?" throughout this episode.
I definitely have the word humor in quotes in my notes at least once or twice.
Starting right off the bat, by the way.
You guys
the name of this planet.
Me. Permanti?
Yeah. They also referenced this is a reference to Promanti Bros, the fucking sandwich shop in Pittsburgh. Like, Ortegas even has a scene later where she references bringing sandwiches with French fries in them.
I did not catch that. Oh. I've been to one of those. The sandwich was fine.
That's crazy. So yeah, we do kick off with a first officer's log from Una.
Was that a fun fact, Chris?
I would say it's a fun fact.
It was an annoying fact, but sure.
Okay.
Why is that annoying?
When there's some trivia you can't miss, it's a fun fact with Chris a second ago. I don't know, like, Chris, if the episode was good, you wouldn't find that to be an annoying fact.
You're probably right.
Like, let's be fair.
Like, you can't have a shit-ass episode and then shove weird references in for no reason. Come on.
I think you mean perfect episode.
Oh, I hate you so much right now, Rob.
Damn, I don't even know what to do with myself. Chris is just taking my job today.
I feel like you just got to take the middle of the road then.
I'm going to have to be the Joe Biden of this and just be completely centrist.
Oh, no. So, yeah. Una is, the Enterprise is headed for Manti 3 for some R&R. They're all going to get some shore leave and some time off. But Una is planning on staying behind aboard the ship, which La'an is surprised for some reason, but I'm pretty sure that's just Una's MO, right? She just kind of hangs out in the ship and everybody else goes on shore leave.
La'an is surprised because there was that episode where La'an and Una stayed back on the ship and did the
list thing.
The bucket list
thing. Yeah. And so I think La'an's point was like, didn't you specifically say you weren't going to do that anymore? And yeah, I think that's what La'an was kind of getting at.
Gotcha.
Which we don't get a solid answer as to why Una was like, fuck that shit, I'm staying on the ship. I thought originally
we do.
Yeah, it's to avoid Doug.
Doug wasn't on the planet though. He was nearby.
He was in the area. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She was worried about running into him.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize she was worried about specifically running into Doug.
Yep.
Doug.
This is
which, by the way.
Okay.
No,
I forgot,
Doug,
Chris, you're taking my job. Sorry.
No notes on Doug. Love Doug. That's the only good part of this episode.
Doug was great. This is the point where I'm like, what the fuck is going on with the music? Because, like, it's like this shitty bongo riff going on, like, the whole episode.
Well, they're trying to cue the audience in that this is a funny episode, Stanford.
You know what shouldn't be necessary in a funny episode?
I was going to say, that's because their humor couldn't do that. Like,
this is going to be amazing. So yeah, La'an starts questioning Una why she's not leaving. Spock comes up to sit down and is both welcomed by Una and turned away by La'an at the same time.
Quirky!
Haha, funny. Yeah, super quirky. When he goes off to sit down and stare off into the distance while mindlessly eating some lettuce.
He very stiffly eats like his food, and there are occasional moments in this episode where I'm like, okay, that was kind of funny. But the way that like Spock, Ethan Peck eats as Spock is always fucking funny to me because he's just
I chortled. Like, it was fucking good.
Like, and this is not the only time he's sat literally just like that and eaten something. And every time I'm like, nah, that's fucking funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun shot. We jump into the sparring gym. Patel is just kicking the shit out of Pike. Pike tries to convince Patel to stay with him and go camping in the great outdoors of Northern Permanti 3. But Patel actually wants to stay aboard Enterprise and try to schmooze her ex-boss into a new job commission.
Her ex-boss being like the JAG, basically.
Yeah.
Yes, Captain by Vulcan dickhead.
Yep. They're interrupted to take a call from, I don't know if it was from Vulcan. I don't think they were actually talking to Vulcan. I think that the message was relayed to them. But turns out the Vulcans have been fraternizing with the locals of Tazar. Is this a joke?
Taser face. Yes, that's exactly where I was going.
So yeah, apparently the Vulcans, before the creation of not the First Amendment. Why is that
Prime
the word
Directive?
That's coming to Prime Directive? That's the one.
There's a one in there.
There is a one in there. This was they established contact with them prior to the establishment of the Prime Directive, saved the planet from a planet-wide catastrophe, and then decided, you know what? We're going to give you a nuclear reactor that can power your entire planet.
What could go wrong?
I have so many issues with this. Namely, like, this isn't how the Prime Directive works. Like, once a civilization is aware of interstellar travel, the Prime Directive no longer applies in that regard.
Right.
Like,
this was exactly how the plot needed it to be.
It's such a nothing. Yeah, I don't know.
They spend zero time there, so it doesn't even matter.
You're not wrong. They didn't even spend I guess this is a bottle episode, isn't it? I just realized.
Yeah. So I do have a fun fact here.
Go for it.
So they have that map that they show with the city and the nuclear reactor whenever it here. There's actually a map of Antwerp, Belgium.
Oh, not Pittsburgh?
Weird.
Not Pittsburgh.
Should have been Pittsburgh.
And I guess the Vulcans left them a reactor that can't just be, like, safely shut down if there's an issue?
No, it just melts down instead.
It melts down and, like, to contaminate the whole planet. Like, what a fucking reactor.
Yeah, well, you save them from one planet-wide catastrophe and then delay another one for later.
You up another? Yeah.
Yeah. The crew of the Enterprise is being tasked with going to repair the reactor. However, because there are no Vulcans in the vicinity, and the Tazar only know Vulcans.
Except for the one that is specifically in the vicinity.
Shh.
Look, hey, Christopher, you need to shut your goddamn mouth, man.
He doesn't have a cool-ass...
Wait, what about Doug? Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Doug's right there. He could have gone. Him and Spock could have just taken care of it.
No, you see, the problem is, if he goes to Tazar, everyone's going to want to fuck him to death.
But no, that's just
Una.
Okay?
Just Una. See, that would have been a better episode, is if they had to get Doug to the planet, and Una and Doug were, like, interacting the whole way. That would have been a great episode.
Of Doug and Una.
Oh,
that would have been amazing.
That would have been amazing, especially because especially with Doug's, like, affinity for humanity, so he's trying to talk to Spock, and Una's being all fucking awkward. That would be a great episode. Man, what a better episode than this shit. I mean, I'm neutral. It's fine. And also, what is going on with Pelia in this episode?
The same thing that's always Pelia. Like that.
I don't know.
I'm so tired of her character by now.
She's dialed to 11 in this.
It's like she's she's kooky. She's old and
woo. She's your crazy, like, fun aunt. That is who Pelia is.
Man, Chris is so done with Strange New Worlds shit by now. Like, it's fucking funny.
I'm hoping. What is this season? This is episode 8. I'm hoping that the next 2 episodes are better. And I've heard good things about the premiere for season 4.
That means nothing.
Yeah. So anyway, because they're only used to dealing with Vulcans, they have to transform the away team into Vulcans, using the same genetic serum tech that they used in episode 1.
Yes, but out here was Kirkovian serum, blah, blah, blah. Sure, why not?
Yep. So, they transform all of the crew. The crew does not handle it well this time for some reason.
Well,
and they're just like...
I do appreciate how apparently when your genes change, so does your hairdo.
Yes. What the fuck? What is that? Like, how do they just immediately come with styled Vulcan hair? Like, what?
Although it's not even Vulcan hair because none of them have bowl cuts.
No. Hey, yeah.
Yeah, no, they don't look like Vulcans. They just look like different hairdo.
Yeah,
they look
you're
like
not wrong.
Romulans.
Like, Uhura's got braids now for some reason. And so does Ron.
How did the serum braid her hair?
It used its little serum fingies.
But a serum, by the way, that is somehow derived from Spock's experiences?
Yeah.
What?
Wait, what? I missed.
It's genetic memory, man. Isn't that like a popular racist theory?
The way they described it is the Kirkovian serum was a serum derived from Spock's perceived experiences.
Yeah. So that's what made them, like, not just look Vulcan, but act Vulcan. That was the excuse for that.
Yeah, that's somehow dumber. But like, because like, what?
Exactly.
Huh. Well,
So,
anyways, my next note is this is already very stupid.
Mine was, I hate this immediately. It's very fucking corny.
Yeah, they all curl up into the fetal position and just kind of take the pain on the floor while Spock looks on, and Pelia is disappointed because her serum doesn't work. She also said she had the same disappointment with LSD multiple times in her life.
Sure.
Because of course she did.
Sure.
Okay. This particular moment with Pelia I actually didn't hate. Because like it was fine. This is typical Pelia. Like, I'm old. I tried LSD, and she says she tried it like in the 60s and then in the 80s and then last week, and it didn't work. And like, that's a funny joke. That's a good Pelia line. Like, fine. Yeah. Totally fine.
So along with being transformed into Vulcans, they have now adopted Vulcan racism, which is
they immediately shit talk Spock for unprompted.
Which hey, wait a minute. Okay, so my original thought was that somehow just being Vulcan made them act Vulcan, which is already racist and annoying. But then you're like, well, actually, the serum is derived from his experiences. Why would they be shitting on Spock? Like, it's his experience. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he grew up being experienced as being subject to racism by the fully Vulcan schoolmates that he had.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they went with. So yeah, this is where the episode gets its name. The 4 crew members who do turn into Vulcan perceive themselves as fully Vulcan, and Spock is only half Vulcan. Hence, 4.5 Vulcans.
You know, calling the episode 4.5 Vulcans would have been better if they had never actually said that in the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Them saying it was fucking stupid. But like,
they say it multiple times.
Yeah, they do. And it's stupid every time. If the episode was just called 4.5 Vulcans and it was like Spock babysitting them, that would have been like a clever title. But it's literally a line of dialogue multiple times and it's fucking stupid.
Yep. Yeah, then we get a march down the hallway with heist music for some reason.
I wasn't. Yeah.
Also, why does Pike have the Vulcan fighting stick thing? Like, what is that for?
Because
I also
it's cool.
wondered that. Cool.
Disagree.
Like cool
Hard
uniforms.
Disagree.
So, I actually have a fun fact here.
Whoa! Okay. What the fuck?
Yeah. I was looking up information on the episode when I was trying to decide what to do for the deep dive, and this music was one of the things I was interested in. I don't remember the name of the band because I didn't wind up using this in the deep dive. However, they were originally going to use Sabotage by the Beastie Boys, which is a decision that I'm glad they did not make.
I mean, at least that would have made sense because it's a reference to Star Trek.
The style of the music they chose was very similar.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So yeah, they hit the transporter room. Scotty beams them down, says, 5 Vulcans to beam down. They correct him and say, oh, nope, 4.5 Vulcans. And everyone is just awkwardly silent about it. They beam down, immediately fix the problem. Pelia is upset at how fast they fixed the problem. But now there's a new problem. The crew do not revert back to their human form after having received the new human version of the serum, I guess. So they're just kind of stuck as Vulcans right now. Cue the intro, which I did like the intro.
I did not. It made me mad. I'm going to be honest. I know this is not, I'm not a nice person. I don't think I like Anson Mount as an actor. And like, anytime he's not explicitly Pike, I fucking hate it. And
I don't disagree with that.
His voice here, where he's trying to be all stupid Vulcan, just sounded fucking stupid. I didn't care for it.
I thought it was funny.
I did not like.
Oh shit! Sorry. It was fine. I'm right in the middle.
Yeah, we come back from another, non-existent commercial break for another first officer's supplemental log this time. Crew are still stuck in their Vulcan form. Pike's hair still looks absolutely insane. I do enjoy how close he gets to people while he's talking. that was pretty funny. So yeah, they're all arguing to be able to go back and perform their normal duties. They want to go down to the leisure planet, but Mbenga orders them all to stay aboard the ship.
I'm sorry. The idea that they would return to duties is laughable.
Yeah.
Like, they're obviously mentally compromised. Like, I could maybe buy allowing Chapel to work on the antidote, but like, there's absolutely no way the captain of the ship and the security officer are going back to those jobs in their mentally altered states.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, Chapel's the only one that makes sense because she also like whipped up the serum in the first place, you know?
Right, exactly. Although they're like, isn't that logical? And Spock says it is technically logical, which is a good line. That was funny. Like that's a good line.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
This is where I had my note about them deriving the serum from perceived experience. And I also had the note, I hate this episode so much.
Now, famously, Chris, this is the episode that you didn't finish watching the first time?
100% correct.
Okay.
This is what made me stop watching this season.
So after like halfway through this episode, this is all new content for you?
About 2/3 of the way through.
Got it. Okay.
Excellent. Beto meets Uhura in the ship's bar and just goes full on Vulcan passive aggression, like straight out of T'Pring's playbook here. Basically admonishing him for his lack of dating forethought.
Yeah, I had Uhura is Enterprise level rude.
And this whole thing, I don't know. There's so many times where it's like they act like Vulcans can't have relationships, which is demonstrably untrue.
False.
Yeah, like between
that's
Chapel
the thing too.
And
about this whole episode, like there's plenty of other Vulcans who like communicate with humans on a regular basis and aren't giant dickwads the entire time.
Yeah, actually, I can think of one. His name is Spock, and he's the one they got their experiences from.
Like, they're so like Vulcan asshole dialed to 15 this whole episode, and it's just like
they're worse than the worst Vulcans that ever showed up in Enterprise. Like they're caricatures, and like
right, exactly. That is a perfect description. Yes.
If it was one scene, fine. It cannot carry a fucking episode.
Exactly.
It's just crap.
See, one of the biggest problems I had with this episode was like it seemed like every scene they were in was just about the bit for that scene.
Yeah.
And it was not coherent in any way. It's like, oh, let's do this little bit about how Vulcans do this thing. And like that was the entire episode.
Yes. Yeah, the only side plot was Una and Doug, and it's the only good redeeming thing about this episode.
It was the best part.
Like Una's like B plot is hilarious. Like it's perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, Uhura has identified a few fixable problems with their relationship, and she kind of drags Beto off to assault him. I don't know. We'll get to that in a minute.
You know, and then and this is a good example because like we've seen T'Pring and Spock work on their relationship and talk about like, this isn't working for me. This might need to change.
Yeah.
And it's like we know that Vulcans are capable of talking about like their relationship in a reasonable way, not in a, you will change this or else we're done kind of way. Like T'Pring never laid down an ultimatum like that.
I mean,
until like the very end when she finally was like, look, you gotta fucking deal with some shit.
No, she basically told him from the first episode, like, hey, if you don't leave Starfleet, we're probably done.
That is not what she said. Not even a little bit. She said, if all you do is prioritize Starfleet over me, then our relationship is going to have some trouble. She never said leave Starfleet. In fact, I believe she explicitly said, I've always been supportive of you in your career. But like, there are times that you have set aside for me that you should be setting aside for me and not going back to Starfleet, because she wasn't upset that he's in Starfleet. She was upset that he let our Starfleet like interrupt their personal time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, Uhura is a complete fucking asshole about everything because she's Vulcan.
Yeah. So just to throw more people into this whole mess, Kirk visits Enterprise.
Yeah.
Pays his respects to Scotty and then invites him for a drink with La'an.
Like, I don't even I don't dislike him like Stanford does, but like, why is he here?
He was fine in this episode
because he basically didn't do anything.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
They're building him up. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, at this point in the show's development, they were at least toying with the idea of having like a reboot of the original series with him at the helm.
That's fine, but like he didn't
and yet,
do
like,
anything.
Here's another opportunity. Like what they could have done then was like they got turned into Vulcans, they can't turn back. So you've got them in a room where they're just being Vulcan at each other. And then you have all of these other people navigating the ship around them. Like, Scotty's like, look, I've got this issue. And Kirk's like, well, you know, I was supposed to be on leave, but fuck it, I can help out. But then, like, every once in a while, they have to go back and they're doing some kind of crazy-ass Vulcan shit in this room that you, like, cut to for a few moments while Scotty needs some information out of La'an or whatever. And then we get back out of there and they're like, what the fuck with that shit? Well, Vulcans, you know? And then we move on to some interesting story and then occasionally cut back and then like, oh, you got Una and Doug trying to deal with it. Like, that's how you build this into an actual fucking episode and not just Vulcans waka waka the whole fucking time.
Yep.
Wait, so you mean this next scene where Pike just like compulsively re-cleans everything that Batel has just cleaned before their dinner and then inserts some jokes about humans being stinky? You don't like that?
Not my favorite, believe it or not.
Oh God. So yeah, as Spock visits sickbay to check in on Chapel's progress reverting the serum, she's been taking on some side quest research projects while she's working on the actual problem. When she's questioned about them, she just orders Spock and Omega out of sickbay so she can take advantage of her Vulcan capabilities while she still has them.
Directly insubordinate.
It sure is.
Although
I'm still not convinced she's actually Starfleet. I don't think
she's not Starfleet. She's a nurse. Nurse is not a Starfleet rank. She is a civilian.
Okay. La'an's Vulcan thoughts, meanwhile, have turned dark and conquesty.
Uses perhaps.
This doesn't make any sense either. Right.
Absolutely.
Like, two reasons. One, so she's Romulan, I guess, is kind of the joke.
Yes.
Yeah, but absolutely. Two, why does she still act like a Vulcan? Like, Romulans don't act like Vulcans at all.
This episode was not written well, Stanford.
Like, Romulans are fucking hilarious. Like, they laugh, they make jokes, they, like, are mean to people. Like, Romulans are not like Vulcans even a little bit, other than, like, the pointy ears and the weird bowl cuts. Like, if she had been a Romulan from, like, moment one, it would have been better. Like, if she was like, I don't know what your issue is. I've still got my emotions. Like, fuck you people. Also, and then she started getting paranoid and schemy. Yeah, okay, fine. Whatever. But she's just a Vulcan, except that instead she's kind of conquesty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, she steals Scotty's super secret data pad while Scotty and Kirk are grabbing drinks and then runs out of the bar. Pike, meanwhile, summons Una with the overhead comms in the most grating manner possible. They meet in the ready room where Pike has removed all of the chairs.
Did you catch the walk-in with the shots of Enterprise and the first warp ship?
I have no idea what you're fucking talking about.
So when they get called into the meeting, the Phoenix, there's like pictures on the wall as they walk in. One of them's Enterprise, one of them's the Phoenix.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, like NX-01 Enterprise?
Yes, like specific. Like literally, they like took a picture of the show Enterprise and put it on there. Oh, God. And same for the Phoenix.
It's just like it's just like the cast like poster shot underneath it. Like
no, not even. Funny. It is like a literal screen grab.
That's fucking funny.
So Pike has had all of the chairs removed because apparently they're inefficient, and then announces his as well as the other three's intent on just remaining Vulcan permanently.
Nah, the CMO would say no to that shit like in a hard fucking beat.
So the rest of the executive crew that has not been transformed via serum meet in Pelia's bedroom because apparently it's scanner proof because she's a smuggler.
Because she's kooky.
She's kooky.
Yeah. Yeah. That's, yeah. And an engineer. So.
Yeah. So yeah, they're officially off the grid from ship scans. Spock admits the Vulcans can't indeed be jerks, which, shocker, I guess. I don't know. Pike winds up catching Lon out in a hallway, inspecting a Jeffries tube, and surmises that she's got a more Romulan outlook than the rest of them.
I'm surprised that Lon's genetic infusion from the shot didn't give her shoulder pads.
Yeah, right. They both, kind of admit the fact that they know about the Romulans via their respective time hijinks, and then agree to never speak of it again and just turn off and head off in opposite directions in the hallway. Meanwhile, Beto is just completely changing his entire personality to meet Vulcan Uhura's newer outlook on life. Turns out, well, we'll get to why this has happened, but it's creepy.
This is where Ortega drops the fries in a sandwich reference.
Okay. So yeah, Chapel then breaks up with Corby and then insinuates that both Spock and Lon are broken, and that's why they fit together, which is just a horrible thing to say. She also breaks up with Spock as a friend, so she could just science the shit out of the rest of her life, apparently.
Which, again,
this is weird. Once again,
Vulcans
not what
have
Vulcans
friends.
do. Yeah.
Right. Scotty and Kirk do track down Lon, who returns him his pad. She then fills them out on her plan to deck out the Enterprise with a whole bunch of new weapons. They are concerned, rightfully so. Here's where Ortegas confronts Uhura about how she's changed Beto. Apparently, Uhura just mind melded him into compliance, which is super fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, like you guys were saying, at this point, we're just in full on like Vulcan racist stereotypes. Like these are just out of control.
It's one of those things where, and I think Mariah was telling me this earlier today because we were talking about this. Like, you don't get away with blatant racism just because you made up the race.
Right.
Like, if you're making a point about racism, sure. But that's not what this is.
The racism was the joke.
Like, if this is truly equivalent to, like, if we had to turn 4 of our crew members black and all they wanted to do was eat watermelon and fried chicken and shit. Like, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
But, like, without any commentary on it, they're just being racist. Because you have to, like, in the document, Vulcans are a real people with real feelings and real, like, independence and sovereignty and whatnot. And you're being racist against them.
This is why, like, the entire time we were watching Enterprise, it's really uncomfortable how Shran just calls every human pink skin.
Yeah, it's not my favorite.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Una and Spock meet up in Peli's quarters. She knows a Katra expert that might be able to help them out.
Yeah, her
but
old
the
bone
problem
buddy.
is he's her ex. Cue Doug, the best part of this whole episode.
Yeah. This was a good subversion of expectations because, like, the implication at first is that, like, because he's his ex, there's like some kind of complicated history there. But that is
they're just
that is
too
the
horny
opposite.
for each other.
Yeah. Rebecca Romaine's character is just too horny for Patton Oswalt's character. she can't think straight, and and she does a good job with, like, that flustered infatuation. Like she gets all giggly and shit. It's very funny.
It's very funny. So yeah, she was reluctant to reach out to him because she's uncontrollably in love with Doug and just struggles to control herself around him. Spock plays like the very purposeful third wheel to keep Una in line when they meet up. She like desperately clings to this lie that she makes up that she's married to Spock to try and control herself. They make up this whole story about them having 2 kids together.
What's
Doug
is a Lurpa?
Hey, Rob, what's a Lurpa?
I don't know.
Nah, it seems like some dork ass shit you would know.
Is it a penis?
I mean,
that was the joke.
That seems like the implication.
Right. But I don't think that's what it's supposed to be. I assume it's a real Vulcan, it's a real fictitious Vulcan thing that existed in Star Trek before today, because otherwise this is an even dumber line.
It's in Memory Alpha. Hold on, I'm looking.
Oh man, I was gonna say it's one of our producers.
Is it one of those shaky bells things?
No, it's the fighting stick.
Oh, that's the Lurpa.
Oh.
That was like my second guess. I knew it would be some kind of random Vulcan bullshit.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Doug is more than a bit bummed that he can't just, jump her bones immediately and forever for the rest of time.
Yeah, because she fucking, this whole scene's great. Because she's like, we're married, we have 2 kids. And Doug's like, oh, I was hoping we could spend some time together. And Rebecca's like, I could probably get away this afternoon if you want to.
I also like where they're like, he's like, what are your kids' names? And they're like, oh, it's Vulcan number 1 and Doug. I mean, Christine.
Yeah.
I did enjoy the bit about how Doug's family named a bunch of their kids like regular human names, like Susan.
Doug and Susan, yeah. Which I'm assuming Patton Oswalt wrote his lines based on
God, I hope
their delivery and stuff, because they sound very much like Patton Oswalt jokes, like the way that he writes. Yeah. So I think he wrote I think he basically wrote this character.
Yeah. Yeah, so Spock suggests that he talks to Doug alone to avoid further problems. So Una
to which Una says, I'll just watch from here.
Yeah.
Sure, it was good. Yeah, that was at least they had this redeeming quality of it.
Yeah.
Because it needed something. Goddamn.
Yeah. So yeah, Pike just runs Batel's plans completely off the rail as she hosts cranky Vulcan ex-boss guy to dinner, and she just crashes out of the conversation after
she drops a slur right in the middle of it too.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Vulcan dickhead has a degradation kink, so it all works out in the end.
Okay. Yeah. There's a couple things I want to note about this scene, because like Pike is basically like, she's not ready to go back to work. I think she's stupid and being a kid, the hysterical bitch. And then Patel goes off on them both. Batel, excuse me. And then, sorry, Patel's a real name. Batel is too close. And then so they're eating sorbet. And Batel is like, Vulcan dickhead, you suck. You suck at law. You suck at this. You suck at that. And then she turns to Pike and is like, and your sorbet sucks. And then she's like, get out. Both of you, get out. And they leave, taking the sorbet with them, which was a good joke. That was good. Like, I liked that even Vulcan dickhead's like, well, I'm going to take the sorbet with me. It's good shit. But this sequence would have been better if this was Pike's plan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if Pike getting her to, like, if Pike, like, with his Vulcan insights had realized that, like, this was, like, a good way for her to show this other Vulcan that, like, she is worthy of the job and whatnot, and that was, like, intentional on his part, it would have been okay. It actually would have been an okay scene. But because that's not how it worked, it's not.
So, like, this makes me remember the last Vulcan hijinks episode where Spock becomes human, and a lot of that episode and like the heartfelt message at the end of it was that like he grew by exploring his humanity,
right?
Having to like being forced to experience it like firsthand. He lost his Vulcan half.
A lot of casual racism in that one too, but fine.
But like, yes, you're not wrong. But the outcome was more palatable because he grew as a person. This is all just mean.
No one learns a thing from this experience. No.
There's no overriding moral message. There's no character development. There's no like taking a magnifying glass to society. It's just Vulcans, am I right, guys?
Yeah.
While a bongo plays furiously the entire time.
Well, back to the fun part of the episode. Spock owns up to Doug about him and Una lying about their relationship, not really married. Doug is super impressed with his ability to just play it cool and participate in a lie,
Which is funny because he does not, but like from a Vulcan perspective, he does because he's able to actually tell a lie. But like the entire time he was lying, Ethan Peck is definitely like awkward and weird about it from a human perspective.
Yeah, this is where I had my note where like it's really a shame that Patton Oswalt got put into this episode.
Right.
Like,
because oh god, he was so good.
He's very good.
Yeah, we switch back to Lon plotting like a true Romulan. She's a little upset that Kirk and Scotty won't play along, so she just slugs Kirk. Cheap shot, straight to the jaw, sprawls him out on the floor. Scotty tries to, play to her honor and fails because she's Romulan. So he resorts to fooling her into electrocuting herself instead. Ha ha. Very funny. Waka waka. I have in my notes here Doug, lol, Una. We get another first officer's log, and Una can like barely get Doug's name out without just swooning. That's what that was. It was very funny.
Right. And also, so this is right before this is where I stopped watching the episode, and then I got really, really extra mad at this point because we totally cut past the actual solving of the problem.
No, we don't solve the problem. I was like, they didn't even show us the fun part where we talk about their Contras and shit. Like, no fun part. Doug didn't even get to do Doug. Like,
he did nothing. Like, they just talked about him being an expert in Contras, and then the literal fucking next scene, they're fixed, or at least 3 of them are.
Like, there is nothing I want more than to see Patton Oswalt Vulcan inside Pike's brain talking to him, because that would be so fucking funny. But we don't even get that.
I mean, we do with Spock and Lon, but that's not as funny.
That's a whole other problem scene.
Yeah, we're gonna. I have more complaints about that later. We haven't gotten there yet.
I mean, we're basically there. So yeah, they managed to convince everyone but Lon to change back. So Spock just mind melds with Lon and tries to talk her back to her humanity, but they have a Contra fight. They wind up throwing hands.
And then it turns into Contra dancing, and then probably Contra fucking, if we're honest with everybody.
Yeah, Spock works her blows into a dance routine in an effort to reground her Contra.
Spock was working all kinds of odd blows during this scene.
I do have a trivia
What was
note
the thing called?
What did you say?
What's the trivia note?
No, I was to say I do have a trivia note here, and it does kind of have something to do with blows. Different kind, though. So in the mental landscape, the Enterprise's science lab has become a cetacean ops, complete with whales.
Yeah. I noticed that. Like they don't have a cetacean ops on Enterprise, if I recall correctly.
So this is the first live action appearance of such a room. It's apparently something that is supposedly on a lot of ships. They usually had aquariums for the crew members operating the navigation systems, with the crew members being sentient stations as it shows in Lower Decks. But this is actually first mentioned in Next Generation. In yesterday's Enterprise, the computer is heard ordering one of the doctors to report to cetacean ops.
Is that truly I thought the original cetacean ops was in some Starfleet technical manual diagram, like before TNG even existed.
Maybe, but that's when it was first mentioned in the show. Yeah. Okay. The Enterprise D also had quarters for Terciops, dolphins. In the episode, we'll always have Paris and the perfect mate. A door next to the holodeck 3 is marked Terciops facilities.
There's it's interesting. There's an interesting and somewhat problematic history of like people treating dolphins like they're sentient. And so like whales, man. That is fascinating that like TNG was wrapped up in that. Did y'all hear about the like dolphin language experiment?
No,
I heard about the bird language experiment though. That apparently is going pretty well.
There have been a bunch of those. There's this experiment that happened. I want to say the Navy actually funded the experiment, but basically like people were convinced that maybe dolphins were as smart as people. The thing that dolphins didn't have were people to teach them how to be people. So there's like, they like set this facility up that was like half flooded, and they literally had people living with dolphins for like months to try to teach them to be people. And like, there's audio of the dolphins making like talking-esque noises and shit, and it's fucking weird. But like, the end of the experiment was basically like, they're not fucking people. They're just animals. Like, they're smart animals, but they're not people. But like, it's this weird, like, late 70s, early 80s, like, anthropomorphizing experimentation. Like those people that raised a chimp as a baby to see if it could just become a human, but hairy. Like, weird shit happened.
Oh, you mean it didn't work?
The chimp or the dolphin?
Both, really.
There's a politician joke in there somewhere, but the dolphins did that. The experiment was ended up being deemed a failure because like they did not create a dolphin that could speak English and could do human things. They just created dolphins who were very confused.
Yeah. So Spock manages to dance sex on back to her right mind. And then
100%. That's not hyperbole, ladies and gentlemen. That is exactly what happens.
No, that is exactly what happens.
Spock dance fucks her back into her right mind.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus. What a fucking show, guys. What a fucking show.
Yeah, they embrace right before he breaks the connection.
And then makes another one, am I right, guys?
So many connections going on.
Uhura then apologizes to Beto on his way off of Enterprise and promises better communication from the communications officer in the future. They agree on a fresh start, and he ends up joining her for shore leave. Battelle, meanwhile, is offered a job taking over Starfleet JAG after being racist toward her old boss, because that's how you get promoted.
I don't. I'm actually curious. It's too bad Mariah's not here because I feel like the scene being set up with Battelle angry cleaning feels a little sexist in a way that I have.
You want to know one of the fun facts I learned looking up this episode?
Probably not, but go ahead.
It's noted that several of the other executive officer crew quarters have washing machines, but Pike doesn't. Like dishwashers.
Oh, dishwashers. Oh, sorry. When you said washing machine, I was
the implication being Battelle is there.
No. But I guess like, oh, you know how bitches be cleaning when they're mad at you is what it felt like.
I mean, to be fair, I also clean when I'm mad sometimes. So
I know, but like, that's not like you cleaning angry isn't laden with this societal bullshit that women have to deal with all the time.
Fair.
I don't know what's wrong with you guys. I clean when I'm drunk.
I think that you're the weird one in that scenario.
Way to clean. Yeah.
Dude, you're the one who pointed it out to me, Stanford. Remember when in college I would drink and then start cleaning the apartment?
Oh shit, yeah, you did. That was fucking funny.
Oh man. I'm really disappointed. I missed Rob's drinking phase because obviously
I gotta be honest, and this is coming from years of recognizing that I don't actually like hanging out with drunk people. I didn't mind and don't mind Rob when he's drunk because you're not all that bad when you're drunk, Rob, so it's not really all that different. So, like, I think, Chris, you'd just be disappointed because it's like, it's just Rob, but he's sweaty now.
Yeah, I sweat when I'm drunk. I get very sleepy and I clean things.
Sure.
Yeah, see, like, it's not that much different, really. Like,
well, way to ruin my dreams, guys. God.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, and then we get Chapel makes the very bold decision to apologize to both of her exes at the same time.
With terrible soup.
Yeah, she prepares the apology soup, which apparently is very awful.
Which is too bad because
soup?
It looked good.
I don't know. I don't think it looked good.
It looked like
looked purple and chunky.
It looked like a purple, but like a purple, like what is that? A squash, like a purple squash soup, which I really like a good squash soup. But then they also like sprinkled some like vegetables on top, like some like leek or like spring onion looking things. I don't know. I would have fucking eaten it. It looked pretty good to me. I don't mind eating purple shit, but apparently it tastes like ass.
I guess we should really refer to your palate as like a Vulcan palate, because apparently they hate salt.
Apparently, yes. Apparently Vulcans don't like salt, which is...
Yeah, probably called it diabolical.
That seems contrary to what you would expect of like a desert-dwelling species.
Sure.
Don't they need a lot of salt to like keep the water in their body? Isn't that like a thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like cats like need a lot of sodium.
That's what electrolytes
are. Also, like
primarily.
Being vegetarian, a lot of vegetarian dishes are very well spiced.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the idea behind Vulcan dishes is not that they're well spiced, that they don't do a lot of flavor because flavor is illogical, right? Like that's a thing T'Pol told us.
Well, even the jerk face Patel's ex-boss dude, like he says that like the whole theory is that adding spice ruins the natural flavor of the foods, which is why they eat them. Like they want like unadulterated eggplant.
And don't get me wrong, like there is definitely something to be said about allowing natural flavors to come through in foods. I've definitely like had things where I'm like, this is good because it tastes like cabbage. Like I don't need it to be spicy cabbage. I like spicy cabbage, but sometimes I just want the taste of cabbage. But like not all the time, man. Sometimes I like to taste some spices too.
Yeah. Lon also apologizes to Una. She finally admits that things just got too real too quick with Spock, so she's panicking because that's kind of a running theme for everybody on Enterprise is
commitment
relationship issues. I don't know. Yeah, commitment issues. That's what it is. They're interrupted when
after
Doug
he dance fucked
me.
Doug.
Yeah. I like the like it's like a wreath that Doug is wearing around his shoulders. I don't know how to explain it.
You know, I didn't notice his costuming. I think I was busy writing how angry I was, so I must not have caught.
It's so freaking funny. I loved everything about Doug. He was a perfect
Doug
character.
was great. Doug was great. Like I said, I suspect Patton Oswalt wrote 90% of that character.
Yeah. Kirk and Scotty toast to the successful capture of a crewmate gone rogue. Apparently Kirk is the one who gets Scotty hooked on scotch, which is weird.
That feels
wrong.
Stupid. And like, I don't care that might be a thing. It's one of those, like, there's this habit in Hollywood today, and it's been happening since like, I don't know. I could probably no, not Avengers. That's not a good word. That's not a good time. That's not what I'm about to say. There's this habit in Hollywood where like prequels have to explain shit that didn't need explaining. Like,
see, I'm not even thinking about prequels. Like the Avengers movies are they do the shit all the time where they like have to nod to the comic book fans, but they also do it in like the most demeaning way possible where they over-explain why something happened.
That's fine, because to comic book fans, you need to be demeaned. You people are terrible. It's fine.
Sir.
No.
Sir.
But like, no, but like my issue is that like the prequels trying to explain shit that didn't need explaining. First of all, that happens in Star Trek's in the first Star Trek J.J. Abrams movie, because they like give fucking the doctor, Carl Urban's character, Bones is the nickname. They give a backstory for why he's called Bones. We didn't need that. He's a doctor. That's why he's called Bones. It's funny. Like, you're done. Or like when the Solo movie had to give him an explanation as to why his name was Han Solo, or why he had those dice in his fucking Millennium. Knock it off. It's okay for things to just happen. Scotty didn't need a backstory for why he likes scotch. He's fucking Scottish. Like, that was the backstory. Hey, Rob, are you Scottish?
I am descended from Scots.
Do you like scotch?
I do indeed like scotch.
Oh, crazy. Is it because Chris got you into scotch? Like, you'd never had any before, right? Before Chris got it. Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
It's definitely not because it was at every single family gathering growing up.
Jesus Christ. I don't know a Scottish person who isn't always all fucking talking about goddamn scotch. They're kind of annoying about it, if I'm honest. See, and that's the kind of playful racism that this show should have had.
So I have an important question. Oh. This wraps up the formal end to the episode.
Okay, I was going to say,
did you guys hang out for the?
I didn't know it existed at first, but then when I was looking up trivia, I'm like, it mentioned a post-credit scene. I'm like, oh, yes, more Doug.
Oh, you know what? Yes. I did notice there was an awful lot of time, but after I paused it because the credits are rolling, but I was busy, so I moved on. What was the post-credit scene?
Okay, I need you to go watch it real quick. It's very short. It's amazing. We will be right back, folks.
We're going to be right back. Like, it's going to be 2 seconds because I'm just going to edit this straight in. Okay, let's see. It's 4.5 Vulcans, resume. Yeah, see, it's resume, even though I got to the credits. Crazy. Let's see. Oh, it's like a 3-minute scene. Jesus Christ, people.
Yeah, it's not short. I mean, for a post-credit scene, anyway.
There are presents and cake at the same time?
Yes. Also candles. And they do it every year.
Fascinating. Pull on this finger.
That is correct. And then flatulence.
It is illogical.
But put the it and the is together.
It is illogical.
Close.
200 words per minute.
That is merely an average. Intelligent humans read closer to 300 words.
But that is so slow. Are humans damaged?
Give me 5.
Yeah, give me 5. That's fucking funny.
Now, down low.
Why would you do that?
Because you are too slow.
They require 8 hours of sleep every 24 hours?
Every day.
Remarkable. How do they get anything done? It is illogical.
Closer together, faster.
It is illogical.
Not quite.
You do it.
Some humans eat a great deal of meat, and also cheese.
How much cheese?
How much cheese?
A great deal of cheese.
A great deal of cheese.
And humans view these for the express purpose of being scared?
Yes. They are horror movies.
Are the movies horrible?
Yes. No. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
High five. Down low. Victory. I am human. Although that is untrue. I am Vulcan. I'm very excited right now.
It is.
I'm sorry. There's no way a Vulcan would have trouble with a contraction.
It is.
Yeah, I didn't get that bit either. That was like Data's thing.
Is that not what I'm doing?
Isn't that what I am doing?
Isn't.
Oh, hey, you got it.
I have achieved it.
I think I'm gonna include this when I edit the episode. So for the listeners at home, this music goes on the whole fucking time. Like this quirky Jetsons ass fucking music the whole
with
time.
The fucking tuba.
Okay, I don't think I've ever seen that. I may not have watched that the first time. Crazy.
It was fucking funny. I love when. All right, so for the listeners, we'll get back in here. So after the credits, we get a fun conversation where Spock tries to pass on some human culture to Doug. He tries explaining like birthday cakes, the pull my finger joke, the average words per minute that a human can read, and how slow it is. He laments their needs for 8 hours of sleep. Learns how to use contractions. Our love of cheese and horror movies. Doug finally nails a contraction, but then runs away from the conversation in fear after Spock introduces a second contraction. And that's the true ending of this week's episode.
So we're gonna have some trivia about this?
No, I was saying there was sometimes when I'm looking up trivia, people post things as trivia that aren't actually trivia. They're just more their inferences and references and stuff. Sure. And so this one was mentioning how he was struggling with contractions, which is what Data did. But
I'm curious if this was improv. I bet it was.
I kind of wondered that too. I also wondered, so at the end after Doug walks out the back door, Spock smiles wide. And there's an online discussion of whether or not that was Spock, being happy at how silly the conversation was, or Ethan Peck breaking character.
Or Ethan Peck breaking character, yeah. I suspect that this was improv. It felt like improv.
It did. It was so good, though. I'm glad they included it.
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Which is the only thing I can say about this show that I enjoyed.
Yeah, so on a scale of 1 to 5, where
1, it's 1. It's fucking terrible. Oh god, it's awful.
There's Chris. Okay, Stanford.
I was kind of waffling between a 2 and a 1 because the Doug stuff was funny.
I agree, but it wasn't enough.
I'm going down to a 1. It's just not good.
I loved Doug so much that I am giving this episode a 2.
Fair.
He's only saying that because he wanted to give it a 5, but then he felt bad because we're so negative about it.
No, dear Lord, the only good part about this whole show, this whole episode, was Doug and Una and Spock, I guess.
I guess I don't understand how IMDb managed to give this a 3.
I don't know. That's tough.
They gave the shit pile a 3?
Yeah.
God.
Well, it's because I think it's the same reason that people are apologists towards Enterprise. They don't see the Vulcan racism as a problem. It's just a feature.
I get it, but also this episode didn't do anything. There's no point to this episode.
Well, there is a point to this episode, but it doesn't happen until season 4. As I learned,
I'm annoyed by that sentence.
So am I.
Yep.
That
I don't like that this episode
mad.
would have any impact on any further episodes.
You should
Unless Doug shows back up, I don't want this episode to have any impact on any other episodes.
Nope. It is the saddest possible reason for the show being mentioned any later on in this show's run.
Well, you might as well tell me, because I'm going to be mad.
Apparently, La'an is upset and is worried that the reason she turned out to be a Romulan was because of her augment DNA. So she's worried that she's going to turn into a villain.
Yeah, they said that in this episode, and it's stupid. It's very stupid.
Yeah, well, it's mentioned again in episode 1 of season 4, apparently.
And this is like her being an augment, her being a Noonien Singh is the example of what you're talking about, Rob, where they have to do these dumb little nods to stuff. I agree that's also dumb. And her being a Noonien Singh is an example of that. This is all fucking stupid. Anyways, we'll be back with a deep dive.
Yep.
Whoa.
Fuck.
Holy shit, man.
God, I hate this episode
I've never heard Chris be so salty.
The only time I got close was that one Enterprise episode where they're at that colony and they have those dumb Klingons that are chasing them. That was real bad too. But I'm pretty sure this is my least favorite episode we've watched so far.
That's it, which is impressive because usually the sillier ones, you're at least willing to suspend your
you're not wrong. I enjoy a silly episode, but God, it wasn't even fun silly. It was fucking stupid.
Welcome back, everybody. For this week's deep dive, we're going to take a look at some famous comedians that have guest starred on episodes of Star Trek. Sometimes more than just a guest star.
Well, there's a small
chance
chance that there's some overlap with our potpourri. So I don't think a lot, but some. So we'll see what happens.
Interesting. Yeah, I tried to find some examples from each of the series. So TOS, I found two. The first is Charlie Brill, who played a Klingon spy in the Trouble with Tribbles. He kind of became famous for doing sketch comedy on the Ed Sullivan Show. And his first appearance was during the Beatles' first appearance on the Ed Sullivan Show, so that's kind of cool. After that, we have Frank Gorshin. Unfortunately for him, he you know the Belays, the half white face, half black face aliens,
yes.
the really racist ones.
Yes, the may this be your last battlefield.
Yep, yeah, exactly. That was his introduction. Played a whole bunch of like well-known Looney Tunes characters like Daffy Duck, Foghorn Leghorn, and then played a racist on Star Trek.
Sweet.
So there you go. TNG had Joe Piscopo. So he's an SNL alum who turned out to be a asshole conservative radio talk show host.
There's a lot of overlap between SNL alums and fucking conservatives.
Yeah. He I think he's also in an episode of Deep Space Nine. I don't know if you guys remember the holographic stand-up comic that they have in the holodeck in a couple episodes.
Yeah, because Data.
Yes.
Data's learned how to do stand-up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. That he was the
I remember
the dude.
Yeah,
so
he was a very distinctive
basically.
Look. Yeah. Also in TNG, Kelsey Grammer winds up playing Captain Morgan Bateson in Cause and Effect.
He's a stand-up comic.
I used comedians.
Yeah. Okay.
Generally,
Sure. He's a comedian.
I feel like, yeah. He was.
He played a funny character.
Yeah. He was on Cheers. You know.
He played Beast in the X-Men. So.
Yeah, there you go. Super funny. DS9 and Voyager seem to have like a much higher number of them. So DS9 had, again, Joe Piscopo. Also Dan Castellaneta. What?
It's Piscopo.
Piscopo? Oh, sorry. Dan Castellaneta. He was in DS9's episode The Passenger, played an alien named Leon. This guy is famous for playing the voice of Homer Simpson, along with a bunch of other Simpsons characters. Also in DS9 was Deborah Wilson from Mad TV. She was the alien captain Lisa Cusack, and also the singer in the episode The Sound of Her Voice. We had Michael John McKean, another SNL alum, played, so I haven't seen this because it's Voyager, but he was a circus ringmaster and creepy clown dude.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. That episode's fucked up, man.
Oh, yeah, him. Okay, yeah.
Oh, God, that episode is so fucked up. Oh, boy. If you're not scared of clowns, that episode's going to try to chase that.
Yeah, it's not great.
Oh, boy.
It's not great.
Yeah,
there are so many, whew.
Famous for his work on SNL.
That's like early in Voyager, too.
Also played in Laverne and Shirley, which is hilarious.
Yeah, I've seen him in a number of things. He's pretty good.
Yeah. So continuing the run through Voyager, like the next 4, I think, are from Voyager. So there's that. Sarah Silverman.
Sure. Yeah.
She plays a 20th century SETI astronomer in Future's End. Jason Alexander. This is George from Seinfeld.
Yep.
Plays Kuros, this like annoying alien philosopher dude in Think Tank. And then Andy Dick plays the EMH Mark II.
Yep.
Yeah. So unfortunately, Voyager has that mark on their rap sheet forever. Enterprise just had the one that I could find, Seth MacFarlane. He plays Ensign. I think his name is Ensign Rivers.
Yep.
So this is Family Guy, The Orville, American Dad, all that stuff. After that, we're going to jump to Disco. So we haven't gotten to this set of episodes yet, but Bill Irwin plays Sukal. It's like a Kelpian that gets rescued in That Hope Is You in season 3. So we haven't gotten there yet. We won't for a while. Disco also had Rainn Wilson as Harry Mudd, and the always hilarious Tig Notaro as Jet Reno.
Sure.
And then I guess through Strange New Worlds and Lower Decks, we got Tawny Newsome, who I didn't realize was a stand-up comic, as Mariner, and then Dax in Starfleet Academy.
Like half of Lower Decks cast are stand-up comics or improv comics, like Eugene
Cordero show up in a Google search.
As I say, him I know for sure.
Eugene Cordero,
God,
Paula
he's so
Tompkins,
good in The Good Place.
Yeah.
Pillboy.
Pillboy. God, I love that show so much.
So good.
It's funny because I actually know Eugene. I know Eugene Cordero from his stand-up, or from his improv work. Not really stand-up per se, but
that's funny.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, a long and storied history in bringing in comedians as both guest stars and some more permanent ones. So anyway, we are going to take a little break here, and we'll be back for Potpourri with Stanford.
Welcome back. So for today's Potpourri, I have put together a famous guest trivia game.
Oh boy.
Now, some of these are going to hear, you may have heard a few seconds ago. Fortunately, two of them are like right off the top. So like, they'll just be good practice questions. The way this is going to work is that we're going to go back and forth. I am going to give the first person multiple choice of 3 famous people. One of them was in Star Trek. If you get that correct, you get a point. The other person can then try to guess the series or movie that person was in to also gain a point. Okay?
Okay.
The maximum score anyone can get on a question is a point. However, if you miss, like if you guess the wrong name first, the other person can steal that point from you, and then you have a chance to guess the series. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense.
I got what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So let me get just some score sheets going here. Okay. So these first 2 are going to probably be basically practice questions because we literally just talked about it. But we'll start with you, Chris. Which of these 90s sitcom stars were in Star Trek? Jerry Seinfeld, Paul Reiser, or Kelsey Grammer?
Kelsey Grammer, yeah.
Excellent. And Rob, what show or movie was Kelsey Grammer in?
TNG.
Correct. All right, Rob, you're up next. Which of these 90s sitcom co-stars were in a Star Trek? Jason Alexander, David Spade, or Helen Hunt?
Jason Alexander.
That is correct. And Chris, which show was he in?
Oh, shit. Which one did you say?
Oh,
no!
Thank you for paying attention, Chris.
I was still busy mad thinking about this episode. Was it DS9 or Voyager? DS9?
No, it was Voyager.
It was Voyager, okay.
Hell yeah. So I've taken the lead.
All right, Chris, you're up. Chris, which of these famous wrestlers was in Star Trek? Hulk Hogan, Dwayne Johnson, or Jesse Ventura?
It's Dwayne Johnson.
That is correct. Rob, do you know where he was?
God, I remember us talking about a wrestler in Enterprise playing one of the Orions? Was that him?
No.
Damn.
No, it wasn't Voyager. He fights 7 and 9.
Yes, he does. By the way, these are all shows except for a couple that are movies. I will let you know which ones are movies ahead of time so that you're not like at a disadvantage. Okay. Well, now you tied it back up. Rob, you're up first. Which of these musicians with kind of funky names were in a Star Trek? Iggy Pop. Okay. I also had Lady Gaga and Bono on here, but sure, it is Iggy Pop.
Shit.
Chris, where was Iggy Pop?
Know nothing about Iggy Pop. I can't even pretend to know what time frame that was from. Is it, I don't know, TOS?
Oh, no. Oh my gosh. No. DS9. Iggy Pop's like a little older than us, I think. Maybe a little older than that. I don't.
The only thing I know about Iggy Pop is that as a name exists in the music world. I know literally nothing else.
He was one of the the Dominion people.
Oh, really? Yeah.
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 Okay, this one goes to you first, Chris. Which of these musicians whose names are in their own group were in a Star Trek? Mick Fleetwood, Daryl Hall, or Axl Rose?
Huh. For some reason, I think it was Axl Rose.
That is incorrect. Rob, do you have a guess?
Mick Fleetwood.
Mick Fleetwood is correct. Chris, you have a chance for the series.
Jesus. Mick Fleetwood was... I think it's got to be 90s, right? TNG?
It is TNG. It's funny you say that because it is not the 90s. It is the 80s era TNG.
Sure.
It's also funny because this was a trivia that you yourself gave us.
Oh, was it really?
During a deep dive. He's like in a fish costume the whole time.
Oh, shit. That's right. I remember that. Yeah.
The little Oksana episode.
That's hilarious.
All right, Rob stole that. So, Rob, this is your question. Which of these 90s/2000s movie actors were in Star Trek or in a Star Trek? And this one is a movie. Keanu Reeves, Nicolas Cage, or Christian Slater?
Oh, man. I'm going to guess Christian Slater.
That is correct.
Jesus.
Chris, it is a movie. Can you guess which one?
God. Generations?
Ooh, it's not. It's right before that. It's Undiscovered Country.
Damn. Okay. What is he in Undiscovered Country?
It's just a random dude.
Weird.
Like, he's young. Like, it's like one of his earlier roles. Like, it's before. Because Undiscovered Country is like 91, 92, somewhere in there.
That was more of a rolling out than a rolling in.
Yeah, sure. All right, Chris, which of these famous scientists are in a Star Trek? Carl Sagan, Stephen Hawking, or Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Stephen Hawking.
That is correct. Rob, do you know when?
Oh, TNG?
It is TNG.
It's the card game with Albert Einstein and various other historical
holodeck.
figures. Yep.
All righty. Let's see. We are back to Rob. Which of these Spider-Man heroines were in a Star Trek? Kirsten Dunst, Emma Stone, or Zendaya? Zendaya?
Zendaya. Sorry, that's not my answer. Oh, shit. Kirsten Dunst.
That is correct. Chris, do you know when?
Pretty sure that's TNG, right?
That is TNG.
Yeah.
Also a Loxana episode, weirdly enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
But
she's really young.
She's a fucking child.
Yeah,
she's like 12. Yeah, she's real little. Okay, Chris, this one's you. Which of these actors from the show Lost were in a Star Trek?
Oof.
Naveen Andrews, Daniel Day Kim, or Matthew Fox? I will tell you their characters in Lost if that helps.
God, I watched like one season of Lost.
These were all in the first season.
I couldn't tell you any of those characters' names right now.
Okay, Naveen Andrews is like an Arabic guy. Daniel Day Kim was the Asian guy, but not the Japanese guy. He's the Korean guy that was on the plane. And then Matthew Fox was like the main white dude.
God. Is it Matthew Fox? I have no idea.
It is not Matthew Fox. Rob?
Oh, shit. I actually know it. Okay.
What was option 1?
Naveen Andrews?
Let's go with him.
It's not.
Okay.
I know. It's Enterprise.
So.
It's Daniel Day Kim. Yeah.
Daniel Day Kim is the answer. However, there's a bonus secret point here. Rob, Naveen Andrews actually was in a Star Trek. Can you name it? And I'm not going to give you any hints beyond that.
What?
I will give you a bonus point if you can get it. Actually, I'll give you a bonus point if you can get it either too, Chris, but let Rob have the first shot.
Oh, wait. Was this this is going to sound stupid. Was it the Khan audio thingy?
Yes, he is Khan from the Khan audio thingy.
Wow. Shit. I can hear it like being announced as like the
Nice
stars
pull.
in my head.
Nice pull. Yes. As I was writing that question, because I was like, I knew Daniel Day Kim. He is in an Enterprise. He's one of the Makos. He is also actually in a Voyager episode, so I would have accepted either of those as like just some random alien. But yes, as I was putting that question together, I was like double checking actors, and I pulled up Naveen Andrews on Memory Alpha, and I'm like, wait, what was he? Yes, he voices Khan in the Khan audio show.
That's so funny.
So nice pull. That was my secret Easter egg point. Okay. I think we're at Chris? No. Rob? No. Yeah, Rob. Which of these politicians was in a Star Trek?
Oh, Jesus.
Al Gore, Paul Ryan, Stacey Abrams.
Stacey Abrams.
That is correct. Chris, do you know what she was in?
She was on Disco, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Late Disco.
Yeah. I don't think I even saw the episode she was in, but I remember hearing something about her.
Yeah.
Mariah was talking about it in one of our earlier episodes.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, which of these astronauts was in Star Trek? John Glenn, Mae Jemison, Mike Massimino.
Is it Massimino?
It is not Massimino. Rob, do you know?
Man, I was going to guess Massimino too, because he's in like so many Big Bang Theory episodes. I'm going to guess John Glenn, like he's of that age and era
that is also incorrect. It is Mae Jemison. She played a bit part on TNG as kind of a cameo. She's the first black woman in space.
Interesting.
And I'm actually holding her autograph because I have it.
That's
on my desk. Yep. Because I met her when I was a kid. Okay. Let's see. All right. Rob, you're up first. This is going to be a rehash. Let's see if we all were paying attention to the deep dive. Which of these adult cartoon creators was in Star Trek? Seth MacFarlane, Matt Groening, or Trey Parker?
Seth MacFarlane.
Enterprise.
That is correct. Yep, that is also correct. All right, last one.
Listen to that one, Chris.
Which of these billionaires has a cameo in a Star Trek movie?
You.
Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, or Jeff Bezos? This is for you, Chris.
In a Star Trek movie?
Correct. If it helps, he is under an intense amount of alien makeup.
Sure. I don't know. Elon Musk?
That is incorrect. Rob?
Jeffrey Bezos.
It is Jeffrey Bezos.
Oh, shit. Thanks.
Chris, can you guess what movie?
I don't know. Is it like Into Darkness or something like that?
Oh, you're so close. It's Star Trek Beyond. It's the third one. Yeah, Jeff Bezos.
Like, I knew it had to be a Kelvin movie, but like,
Right.
I could not remember any fucking billionaires.
I'm actually impressed.
I was worried it was going to be Section 31.
Was not in more. There are a couple cameos in Section 31, like Jamie Lee Curtis and shit's in there, but I just left them out because I don't feel like talking about that movie ever.
That's fair. It's very fair.
It's unofficially non-canon.
Okay, well, with a score of 11-7, Rob, you take that one actually fair and square.
I don't know what to do with myself. I never win these.
Awesome. Okay, so that'll do us for this week. Thanks again for listening. Like we say at the top and bottom, if you could give us a rate, give us a review, give us 5 stars. We are 5-star people. Mariah is too, even though she's not here tonight. That would be much appreciated. It really does help. It does help, believe it or not. We got all these new ears on the podcast, but still no new reviews. So I don't know what the fuck you people are doing. I don't know should I start negging you? Like y'all are ugly.
Hey, be nice.
Is that
maybe don't do that?
Oh, I don't know how negging works. So, that might help.
You need to study the dentist system is the problem. That's the
dentist system.
We have to send you some like Tate Brother videos.
Tell you what, I won't neg you if you just go give us a review. I'm looking at you. I don't know, Linda, Greg. I hope those people are listening. Anyways, we will catch you all next week. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Captain's Log Supplemental. You can follow us on Twitter at PodCLS or send us hate mail at podcls3@gmail.com.